In my opinion, guys, the most important tool you could have in your arsenal for baseball is a batting tee. You could take it anywhere. You could take it to a schoolyard. You could take it to an open field. You could actually set up a net in your garage. It's the most valuable tee you can have. You could do dry swings off of a tee without even hitting a baseball. This is probably the most precious piece of equipment you could have as a baseball player, as a hitter. And in my opinion, if you work off a tee on a daily basis, you'll improve your game 1,000%. It's the cheap piece of equipment that anybody can get, and it'd be a valuable piece of equipment for you to buy. I'm going to show you how to hit an inside pitch. An inside pitch is that pitch that's on the inside corner of the plate. Because the plate in three, that's always on the inner third. That's the inside pitch. One of my favorite pitches to get and to work on is the inside pitch. You get in your stance, you get in your low position, you've tracked the baseball, you're in launch position, and you're ready to hit the ball. When you trigger and you swing the ball or you swing the bat, there's certain things that your lower half has to do to be able to get to that baseball, especially on the inside part of the plate. As you trigger and your hands start coming forward, back foot and your hip have to rotate to get to that baseball. If you notice where my body is right now, see how my back foot is pointing to that baseball? That's how I'm in proper position to hit that inside pitch. Back foot's pointing to the baseball, my chest is pointing to the baseball, my nose is on top of the baseball. That means my hips have cleared, my front foot has opened up a little bit to allow my hips to clear, and now I'm in a hitting position ready to hit the inside pitch. All right, so the crucial part to hitting the inside pitch, in my opinion, is to make sure that that back foot rotates, pivots, and it opens up your back hip, and it opens up your front foot and keeps your head on the baseball. So again, the position you want to be in is here, back foot on the baseball, chest is on the baseball, barrel's on the baseball, and your head, your nose is on top of that baseball. Now, your hips have cleared, and you can drive the ball hard for me to right field. Hit the pitch up the middle. Again, your mechanics are crucial. Pitcher has released the ball, you're tracking the baseball in the hitting zone, you've loaded, and you're getting ready to trigger to throw your hands in your launch position to hit the baseball. Once you get here and you're loaded and you're ready to trigger, you want to be able to drive those balls up the middle. You want to be able to hit them hard. And in order to hit them hard, you need to be in sync with your body. When I'm sitting here in the box, I'm tracking the baseball, I'm ready to swing. I start my swing. As I start my swing, if you notice, my back foot has rotated to the baseball. It hasn't over rotated here where my chest is out and my head's flying open and my shoulders are flying open. It stayed on the baseball. So I rotate my foot, my back foot, a little less than I do when I'm pulling the ball. If I'm pulling the ball, I've rotated my back foot more than in the middle. So here's where I hit the inside pitch. Here's where I hit the pitch up the middle. So that's important because my back foot stays on the baseball right here. If it's in line with the baseball, it keeps my chest on the baseball again. It keeps my head on the baseball. And now I've let the ball travel a little bit deeper, and now I can drive it up the middle. I can use left center and right center field and drive the ball hard. So again, tracking the baseball, getting my load, my trigger, boom, right there, back foot on the ball, hips on the ball, they've opened up. They haven't exploded yet because that would take me away from the baseball. So hip on the baseball and then nose on the baseball, contact, boom, finish up, get your extension. In my opinion, the hardest thing to do is to hit the ball the other way. A lot of people struggle hitting the ball the other way because, to be honest, most of the guys hitting, they want to pull the ball, hit the ball hard over the middle. But a lot of times we don't have the patience to let the ball travel and hit the ball the other way. One way to stay on the baseball is to have proper approach, and here's my approach. Again, my stance, my regular stance, again, Pitchers release the ball, I'm tracking the baseball, I've loaded, I'm ready to trigger. I let the ball get a little bit deeper, back corner of the plate this time. And as I trigger, get in my load position, I trigger, now my hands go to the baseball, my back foot, again, points to the baseball. I don't over rotate with it. I point my foot to the baseball. My chest is on the baseball. My nose is on the baseball still. When I get in this position, make contact, boom, get my extension. I drive the ball the other way. If I over rotate, I'm not going to be able to see that baseball. I'm going to pull off it. I'm going to fly open. Everything's going to get messed up. And I won't be able to track that baseball into the hitting zone. So the key is that back foot. You let the ball travel, but get deep into the zone. Boom, right there. Foot on the baseball keeps my chest, my head, everything on the baseball. You'll be a successful hitter driving the ball the other way.